Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Bill from cruisehabit.com, and I'm live at the Solarium Bar here on Odyssey of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest cruise ship, and maybe in my opinion, their finest. So I wanted to check in with all of you, say hello. We've been on for a couple days now. Yesterday we were in Coco Cay. We've got a live blog going. We've got pictures of what we did in Coco Cay, pictures of what's going on around the ship the last day and a half. Today I worked, so took a quick break to run, but you know what? I worked with some very nice scenery, so that was okay. And now it is margarita time. So that's what we're doing. Actually, I originally set up the video so that you guys could see the solarium that's now in front of me. But then I realized there was also only a silhouette of me. So maybe we'll spin that camera around in a minute. This is a 6-night cruise. We departed from Port Everglades on Sunday. And again, yesterday we were in Coco Cay. That is Royal Caribbean's private island. The full name is Perfect Day at Coco Cay, but I don't have that kind of time. And we enjoyed the Coco Beach Club, an exclusive suite area. Exclusive, not suite area, sorry. An area, a separately ticketed area, we'll say. Perfect Day, Coco Cay. You can enjoy most things completely complimentary, included with the cruise. There are a couple things, such as the Coco Beach Club, that come at an upcharge. So we did that. Thanks to Matt over at Royal Caribbean Blog for that, by the way. Guess this. And that was our first time experiencing that. Hello, Tyler. Ron Hiller. Ron Hiller said he didn't know I was here, and I feel he owes me an apology. Because either he's lying, or that means he's not been staying tuned to cruisehabit.com. But I miss you. Wish you were here. Bruce, hello. Bruce in Detroit. So yeah, yesterday we checked out Coco Beach, the Coco Beach Club, and that was really something special. We're in a floating cabana. You have a private attendant and your own little water slide if you want that. I didn't use that, but very comfortable and nice accommodations, and it was really something special. I didn't take as many photos as I should have. I did take a bunch of videos, so we'll post that in the coming days. Maybe even post a couple clips later on Instagram. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. Karen says, "Say hello to Chris Wong in the casino." I will do that. You know, I've never met Chris. I watch his videos like many of you do. So at some point I will swing by there and say hi. I'm not a gambler, so it takes a rather intentional effort, or it takes one of those times that I'm up so late that it is the only bar open. But you know what? I think I can be conceptually make sure I'm not in these guys' way. Sorry. To go say hi to Chris. For you guys that don't know, Chris Wong is a vlogger. He's the casino host here on Odyssey of the Seas. Today is a sea day. So again, I was doing some work earlier in the day for my day job, but I was doing it with a rather nice view from several different parts of the ship. Hung out in the solarium for a little while in the stateroom, but we have a beautiful veranda that is just, I mean, it is one of the most perfect days on a ship if it was 20 degrees cooler. It's hot, but not a cloud in the sky, so it's very nice. Brian Gibson, used the luggage tags you purchased on the site last week. Really did like them. Thank you. Brian, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Brian's talking about the luggage tag holders, which if I was a well-prepared person, I'd be like, one of these right here. But what he's talking about is the plastic luggage tag holders that so you can put the cruise luggage tags in there so that they don't get torn off and you don't have to fold, staple tape. And you can get those over at the Cruise Habit shop, shop.cruisehabit.com, or just click shop in the nav. Cheaper than on Amazon if you look at the per quantity price. I have them for all cruise lines. So thank you, Brian, for allowing me to plug that. Ron Hiller is going to be, see now Ron's making sure he gives me the heads up because he doesn't want me to blame him for what or he doesn't want me to do it. He did, you know what I mean. Ron said he didn't know I was here. Now I know Ron's going to be on here in 4 weeks. I'll tell you, I will take a look because I was looking at maybe something that would be around 4 weeks from now, in fact. And within the first 12 hours, Larissa and I both said, you know, this might be our favorite royal ship. It's our first Quantum class ship. Might be our favorite royal ship. Previously, Empress of the Seas, a totally different ship, but that we really enjoyed. And we sailed on that ship with Ron to Cuba a long time ago. Tyler's going to be on in 5 weeks. Now I have to play favorites. If I end up coming back on the ship in like a month, I have to choose who I'm going to upset. and it will probably be the person that's on the more expensive sailing. Scott's on fear of missing out hard right. Scott, you had one more day on Marivilia than I did, so I know it's a 6-night cruise. But Scott was just on MSC Marivilia in the yacht club. We did that like 2 sailings before him, and I know I had a great time. Yacht club was really nice. I was very spoiled by that. I tried to finish a video. I'm making a video all about yacht club. I tried to finish that before I left town. I left on this cruise. I did not. So when we get back, because I'm not going to be spending my cruise editing video. Sorry, guys. Ron, you're on Serenade right now wearing your cruise hat lanyard. Yes, somebody, I think it might have been Josh. Showed me a picture, and he said, look, Ron is representing, and I'm looking at you wearing a Royal Caribbean hat. I'm like, I don't own Royal. I mean, I own a little bit of Royal Caribbean, but, you know, everything relative, like it's nothing. So thank you, Ron Hiller. And someone said, oh, Ron's eating and only eating lunch now. It's like 3:30. I said, oh, maybe it was just the internet on Serenade. Took that long to post a picture. Ron's doing a back-to-back October 9th and 17th with okay. Well, now I have 2 opportunities to hang out. You should send me a text and remind me. Let's see. Scott, I think maybe the only time you're able to make me feel FOMO is when you'll be on Seabourn bragging. Yes, I've never done Seabourn. Yachts of Seabourn. Seabourn is an ultra luxury line, small ships, famous for just wildly over the top service. And I'm definitely looking forward to checking out that. So I'm relying on Scott to do all of the things that are not in my budget. That's my job. I was curious if that light behind me was actually flickering. It's just like a refresh rate thing with the camera. It's not actually flickering. This is all an illusion. So something interesting, I was talking about that it's a really beautiful, beautiful day out today, and it is, but that it's hot, right? So I'm in the solarium right now. I could take it a couple degrees cooler, but interesting thing about the solarium, it is air conditioned. So I'll swing the camera on for just a second. While it looks a lot like, on initial inspection at least, a lot like an Oasis class solarium, the top is not louvered. It is actually totally enclosed. So it's nice and warm because of the windows, but not too warm because of the air conditioning. This is a vaccinated only area, so even though it is technically indoors, I don't need to wear a mask. The pool has like 3 different levels. The lower one just being several inches deep, and there are these nice loungers, same type of loungers, but in a different color that they have along the side of the pool on Celebrity Edge. And it's really nice little place to hang out. And there's 2 really large hot tubs here as well, plus plenty of seating. You've got the Solarium Bistro. I had breakfast there. I had a second breakfast there yesterday, I guess. I might have had like 3 breakfasts yesterday. Now that I'm running the numbers. Let me see. Tyler, so we put Odyssey over Symphony. Yes, and I really like Symphony. I think when I've been pressed to pick my favorite Royal Caribbean ships in particular, I think I said Empress and then Symphony, which is funny because there couldn't be more different, right? But yeah, I think there's some. It is. You know what it is? I've been on a number of Royal Caribbean ships now, and I've enjoyed every cruise I've taken with Royal. But the ships are so similar in some cases, like, you know, especially like the Voyager and Freedom class ships, and then Oasis class. Yeah, those are different, but they still have that Royal Promenade. There's still so many similarities. Whereas this is just really different, and beautiful and high tech and relatively easy to get around. Even though, here's a weird trivia thing, guys. There is no aft elevator on this ship, and I assume that's for all the Quantum class. Actually, let's say Quantum Ultra class. Which, so far as I can tell, means slight changes and the midship pool is not covered. There's no aft elevator on the ship. There's a forward elevator and a midship elevator, but still ends up pretty easy to navigate. Kathy, hello. Looking forward. I just realized the microphone flipped. Looking forward. We're going to get to cruise in a not too distant future, I think. If any of you would like to cruise with me, or if you're looking to avoid cruising with me, then check out the Apex group cruise. Our very first group cruise is going to be on Celebrity Apex, January 8th of next year. And Edge class really is just my favorite. I mean, they're different ships for different cruises, different purposes, different groups, things like that. Really love Edge. I think I've done 6 times, something like that now. And Apex is the latest Edge series ship, so she's like Edge, but with some minor improvements here and there, including more shade. And I do like shade. So you can join us. We've got some special rates and activities. In fact, I really owe the people that are booked into that an email about some of those special activities. Let's send an email after this. So check out apexgroupcruise.com for information there. Would love to sail with you guys. Or if you just want to take advantage of those rates and ignore those special activities. You're like, I don't know, this guy has some information, but I don't want to go hanging out with him. I get it. That's fine. I promise there's no obligation to hang out. Scott. If you remember correctly, one of these ships purpose-built for colder climates. So how's it performing this is a great question. Are you connecting the sea enough? Too warm, not quite open air enough, etc. Scott, that is a fantastic question. In fact, out of all of the questions you've asked between 412 and 414 today, that's the best one. Very good question. So the Anthem of the Seas, for example, is home ported out of Bayonne. I almost said New York, but some people get upset. Then you have Ovation, which sails Alaska part of the year. And then in China, you've got a couple. So yes, in general, this class of ship spends a lot of time in cooler climates, which is why, in fact, the pool that's just aft of here, I call it the midship pool. I think it's called the Sunrise Pool, is usually enclosed on the Quantum class ships, but is not enclosed on this ship. And there are some other differences here and there. That in mind, I feel more connected, if you will, with the sea on this ship than I do on Oasis class ships by a long shot. And in fact, more so than on even any ships with a Royal Promenade. In fact, just because the Royal Esplanade here is not as large, and there's just more venues from which you can see the water, even right from near the Esplanade. So I actually think in that way it is better. Kathy, looking forward to your first Edge class ship. I am looking forward to you checking out Edge class. Really, that class of ship is something special. And so far, the only ship that I've found some not the only ship I've found similarities, but I'll say this ship has some interesting similarities, in fact, with the Edge class. Some of them technology things, like how in certain room suites, the room control system seems to be the same. Certain things with people said, 270, it's like Eden. I mean, it's a completely different venue, but to the extent that it's multi-purpose and has 270-degree views out of giant windows and neat lighting, yep, get that. But I'm really, Edge is just something special, Edge series. So looking forward to that. Don't know who I could be talking about. What did I say? What did I allude to with someone? I probably said something mean about someone. It wasn't Matt, because I keep in a doc every time I say something mean about Matt, because we have to even it out. I don't want to say more mean things if he says about me. Have to book a Quantum class. Laura's going to kill us both. It's not on me, man. I'm not actually an enabler. I'm just here to provide information. And people who get mad when you say New York instead of New Jersey. That's what Kathy meant. Some of them might even be in this chat. No, it would be a reasonable thing. I always strive to be as honest as possible. I'll tell you if I personally don't like something. I'll never say something's inherently good or inherently bad, because subjective, right? But this is my favorite. I'm pretty sure at this point, this is my favorite Royal Caribbean ship. Robert Lessoff, I am indeed live. Hello, sir. Wish you were here. Robert's always joining the chats, and out of all of the people I enjoy cruising with, he is one of them. Could probably find a better athlete. Wish you were here, my friend. Ron. Oh, Emmy, are you on? Are you on the sailing with Ron and Tyler? Am I the only one not there? Because if you're back here in 4 weeks, like I said, I don't know. Except for some issues this morning, which seem to just be isolated things. The internet connection's good, which means I can do work, hang out. I should be working right now, but you know what? I woke up like earlier than normal. Started working like 8 this morning, so I said, taking a break. I'm saying hello to my friends on the interview and head to the solarium. Drink. Come to Boston. Come on, Crystal, to Bermuda with you on Sunday. Oh man, you know I've never actually. This is gonna make him upset. I've never been to Boston, and I've never been on Crystal cruises. Supposed to go on Crystal last year in Europe, and apparently something happened last year that didn't work out. Ian, hey there, my friend. You booked on Anthem of the Seas October 9th out of Southampton. First cruise since 2018. I am excited for you for so many reasons. One, because all of a sudden I'm just like enamored with quantum class, right? And it's been a while since I sailed out of Southampton. What's not fun about Southampton? There's nothing fun about Southampton. I mean, it's a perfectly fine time. But I'm looking forward to that for you, and wish I was there. This is as long as it's been since you've not been on a cruise, and the answer is too long. It's been that long since I've been in Europe, which is pretty weird for me. I need to get over there soon. I was supposed to be on. In fact, I was supposed to be on Anthem in July. This past July, we're going to do Norway, and again, things happen. But I'm happy to be here now with margarita, a skinny margarita. I only recently, I don't know what rock I've been living under, but I only recently learned that people call it a skinny margarita. Forever I've been asking, hey, but it's like lime juice and tequila. I like triple sec. I don't want it to be too sweet. And I very recently learned it's called a skinny margarita. I'm a slow learner. Oh, excuse me. So in a little bit, I think I'm going to take a dip in the pool, cool off a bit, and then tonight we're going to be dining in Giovanni's, which the Giovanni's on this ship is not like other Giovanni's. It's quite different looking. The menu is different. There's also a Giovanni's wine and tapas bar, and it's located on like not a mezzanine, that's not really right, but it's located above, in an open area above the main dining room. So looking forward to checking that out. Last night we did Playmakers, which I'll tell you is like, it's very indulgent. It was good. Everything I had tasted good. And I left Playmakers last night not feeling good about myself. But I went to the gym, ran for like 20 minutes, which wasn't nearly enough to do a small bit of offsetting that meal. What I would like to do as well tonight, I want to check out 270. I worked from there a little bit this morning, kind of snuck in during a top tier cruisers event because I'm not top tier. And I was working in there. It's a really pretty venue. That one of the vocalists, a female vocalist, she was performing at that event, and man, she was really, really good. So I want to check out 270 to see what a show is like, a proper show in 270, because they, with all the panoramic windows, curtains electronically come down, and then they project stuff, and there are a bunch of robo scans, fancy lights and stuff like that. And I know they have aerial acts, so I got to check that out. Good question from Robert. How is Royal requiring masks for vaccinated travelers? So if you are in a normal area, and remember right now, for I think every sailing everywhere in the world, I can't think of any exceptions off the top of my head. Royal Caribbean, like most lines now, is requiring that all persons 12 and up must be fully vaccinated against COVID. There may be some exceptions for certain medical things if somebody's unable to be vaccinated, but if there are exceptions, they're extremely slim. So, all adults essentially are vaccinated on the ship. Now, if you're in a normal area, walking around the Royal Esplanade or whatever the case may be, then you do have to wear a mask. I've got my in my bag, my celebrity mask from one of our recent celebrity sailings. They're very comfortable. Highly recommend those. And if you are in a vaccinated only area, including the solarium where we are now, then you do not need to wear a mask. A lot of the areas are vaccinated only. It seems like bars, if they're enclosed, right? So like this, you say, well, Billy, this isn't enclosed, like, because it's so big. Well, it's big, but it's enclosed. It's separated from everything else, right? But Schooner Bar, for example, is a bar. It's not enclosed, so that's not vaccinated only. The pub, enclosed, vaccinated only. That seems to be the general thing they're doing there. And there are certain other things that are, I think, like certain shows, like it might be an early show and a late show where one's vaccinated only and one's not. Bruce, you're going to Western Mexico and Navigator of the Seas in February. Cannot wait. I like Navigator a lot. Navigator, there was something about Navigator, and I can't put my finger on it because, you know, it's the Voyager class ships are pretty similar, right? But I really enjoyed Navigator. We sailed Navigator 9 nights to the ABC Islands several years ago and had a good time. So, Bruce, I do hope you enjoy that trip. Actually, I've got in February. No, you're doing Mexico. So it's not that one. And actually, no, he's doing Explorer. Sorry, I was just thinking of a great guy that I work with who he's supposed to be in a meeting right now. So if he's watching, I was thinking he's cruising February on that ship, but no, I think he's doing Adventure. Is that Adventure? Explorer, whichever ship is sailing out of San Juan. Bruce, never been on Navigator. Like I said, I definitely enjoyed that ship. And Voyager class and Freedom class really, really similar, but like I don't feel the need for the extra space of the Freedom class. Freedom's perfectly nice, but I'll take that same thing in a smaller package. Not that it's a small ship by any stretch of the imagination. That's just my take. If you want, I'm going to finish this. I'll walk you guys around. It's a little awkward because I'm on the laptop, and I'm doing that just not worth explaining technical reasons, but I want to make sure you guys see what the solarium looks like here because it really is unique. All right. Let me grab my stuff here. Just going to let this microphone receiver dangle. What's the worst that could happen? And actually, I'm going to flip my screen around. It's very exciting, guys. We're going for a walk. All right. So Scott says he's very spoiled in a ship concept. Am I missing it on Odyssey? Listen, I would love to be on a suite on the ship. I did try and upgrade. That didn't happen. I seem to be the only person I know that didn't get an upgrade. That's fine. So, is that ship in a ship concept nice? And what Scott's talking about, he was on in the yacht club very recently on Meravilia. I was also just a week or so before him, yacht club on Meravilia. You can check out that live blog. And ship in a ship concept being where you're in a suite, and like you can stay in all the suite areas and you never even need to leave other parts of the ship if you don't want to. So I guess the short answer that I'm trying to get at is I really enjoyed that experience and I would love to be in a suite, but I don't feel that I'm missing out. How's that? Now, maybe later I'll sneak myself into one of the suite areas on this ship and maybe I'll feel differently then, but I doubt it. It's a nice to have, but I'm really happy to be here. So I'm going to go to one of the sort of mezzanines here. And you can see, sorry, it's very bright, so I hope you guys can see because I can't see the screen right here. But there's one big hot tub, and then there's this three-level pool that's over here. And the three-level pool, it's like two infinity edges, so it cascades into the next section. Hopefully you guys can see something there. And with that bottom section just being for like little wet loungers, there's probably a word for that. Worthwhile to do a dinner out of Solarium Bistro. Sorry, I didn't tap the button first. So I just did like a second or third breakfast in Solarium Bistro. yesterday, and breakfast is pretty standard fare, we'll say. Lunch and dinner are different, though. So I have not yet had lunch or dinner in the Solarium Bistro here, which I'm walking next to right now. It's on the side entrances on the side of Solarium, as well as through the like by the elevator area. And what I can tell you is that on Symphony of the Seas, I really enjoyed the Solarium Bistro. So I do want to check it out here on Odyssey. Now I'm walking from the. Let's walk backwards. What could go wrong this way? Now I'm walking from the Solarium to the midship pool area. Now this pool area is where, as I mentioned, I believe, I'm pretty sure, it's covered on other, let me do this, we'll spin around, on other Quantum class ships. Something that I've noticed all over Quantum is they went with like the lime and coconut concept and these bright colors, kind of like I saw on Mariner on the test cruise a few weeks ago. And not only did that bring brighter colors, which in pictures I really didn't like, but in practice I think is very nice, but also this unique furniture. So you have these kind of like colorful Adirondacks, if you will. There's all these high top seating options over here. And then there's the midship pool and that bar. I think it's called Sunrise Bar, Sunshine Bar, something like that. Let me set this down. Oh boy, I just minimized something. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Bear with me just a moment. All right. Any chef's table? Robert, yes, there is a chef's table. I believe on this ship, like some other Royal Caribbean ships, it is a separate room near off of Giovanni's. I believe I'm going to do that on Friday night, last night of the cruise. I will be doing chef's table. I've never done chef's table on a Royal Caribbean ship, so that'll be something new and different that I'm looking forward to checking out. I think it's probably time for me to jump in in one of these pools and cool off. Maybe order another drink, another skinny margarita. Now that I know that term, please do check out the live blog over at cruisehabit.com. We'll post some more stuff on Instagram here in just a minute, showing off more of Odyssey of the Seas. Have some pictures from yesterday's adventure over in Coco Cay. Robert, you'll get a full report on Chef's Table and everything else. It's so far, again, really enjoying Odyssey. Pretty quickly became our favorite Royal Caribbean ship, and there are still parts I haven't even seen yet, but I've definitely seen a lot of the pub. Always seems to happen with me. So thank you, Scott Stein. I'm disappointed. Can I line this up perfectly? Which way am I? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Please, if you have any questions, whether about Odyssey of the Seas or anything else cruising, do reach out. Might do another video later talking about, and comment, I don't know, send me a message if this would be interesting to you, talking about the history of some private cruise line islands, because a lot of things I was thinking about when we were at Coco Cay yesterday. And there's some interesting things. I think they're interesting, but Matt just rolls his eyes, so I don't know. Might do another video about that later. Reach out with any cruise questions, and I look forward to talking ship with all of you again real soon. Thanks.